Hi, this is Lynn, and today I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Photo Gallery software. It's a free program that you can get from Microsoft. I always do a search for what I want and try to download it from the Microsoft site instead of some other sites where you get a lot of garbage instead of just the program you want. So you click this here to download it, and then when you get ready to install it, be sure you install Photo Gallery and Movie Maker. There's other choices there too, so you can install all you want, but for this we're just going to be looking at Photo Gallery. So to start it up, I've got Windows 8, so I have to come here to start it up. You can see over here on the right that I have already signed in with my Microsoft account. That way I'll be able to use all of these services here if I want to, and it'll be already linked to those accounts. Now you can link to your Facebook account. If you have YouTube, this is Flickr and Vimeo. So if you make a movie or you just want to upload a picture, then you would just click on one of these and click one of these and follow the instructions to do that. So once you have your photos here, once you install it, all of the pictures on your computer are going to show up here in Windows Photo Gallery, and it's going to organize them for you by date. Now I've created this identity just for this video, so I didn't have any here. So what I did, since I signed in with my Microsoft account, I just decided to take all of these pictures and put them in that library. So, and you can do this too with if you have things in other folders on your hard drive, send them over here. That way they're going to show up right here. So now let's take a look at the different options that we have here. We can look at the view, and here's where you can sort it by person, by tag, when it was published. If you have different folders in here, you can sort it by that. Perhaps you've rated your photos and you can do that, or by media type if you have movies in here. So these are all great options you can use. One thing I did with this set of photos is I decided to tag them all with a vacation name. So if you want to tag a large group of photos, you just click on the first one and hold down your shift key and go down to the end, and then you can add a tag. Well, I've already done that, so I'm not going to do it. You can also go to one of these photos and add a caption. So if I open that up, you can see how descriptive I was. I said where we were here, and I can add a caption here, and I can say this is Tracy at dinner time. Now the one thing I wish the photo gallery did was add the caption right here, but unfortunately it doesn't have that feature. If you wanted to do that, I would use a program like PicMonkey. It's PIC and then the word monkey, and then you can upload it there and add that. But you can do a lot of other editing. Just about anything else I want to do, I can do here. So I click the auto adjust, it straightened it slightly, it kind of cleaned it up a bit, but there's also these other things you can do over here if you wanted to color it make it brighter or whatever, and say that, oh, I don't like that, and you can go revert back to the original. So if you don't like something, you're not stuck with it. But these are some of the different things that you can do. If you want to make it brighter, sometimes if the photo's dark, you can make it brighter and do that. So I really like these features. So let's close that out, and I'm going to tell it I don't want to see that again. Now I wanted to show how you can crop. So I'm going to find something by a tag name. So I'm going to come up here to find and by tag, and I've already made this tag. I already made this tag just to save time. So here's a photo I took, really nice scenic place here. But I decided I don't want this person in here. She was just somebody who was on the road, and a lot of people would just pull over to the side to take pictures. So I'm going to crop it. You just click that crop tool, pull it up, and just adjust it to however you want. And then when you have it as you like it, then come over here and say apply crop. And there you have your picture without the person. And you just close your file up, and there it's gone. So I really like this crop feature. Now let's show you how to tag some people. Here we are on the beach, and this was Prince Edward Island. I didn't write that down, but say you want to tag a person, and this is really a good thing to do when you're adding your photos. Otherwise, the job will be really big. There are some automatic features here, but for this, I'm just going to show you how to do it. And it says, "Who is this?" And it's already got it circled on her face. And the first one's always "That's me," but this is Tracy. And then you get a message here. It says the more people you tag, the better photo gallery gets. So it will, after you, if you're doing a whole lot of these, it's going to come back and say, oh, I think I know who this is. So now I can go over here, dismiss that, and I'm going to tag somebody else over here, and I'll say that's me, and it knows who I am. So that's another way that you can go and find pictures. So if you have all of your pictures tagged like that, then you can go over here to the view, or go back here. We'll have to close this file out. We can go over here to the find, and it'll start a list here. So if you say people, it's going to find, well, it's just going to find this one for now. But if we tagged everybody, then it would be easy to find all of the people named, whatever, one of your kids' names or your dog or whatever. So this is a really nice feature too. Next, I wanted to show you how to resize and rename photos. Perhaps you've just downloaded or uploaded your pictures into Photo Gallery, and they're named, those weird names that the cameras name everything, and you want to make it more descriptive. Say you have 10 pictures here that you want to rename something more descriptive. You can select a large batch of photos, right click with your mouse and say rename, and then you can see down here, you fill in what you want to call it, say vacation or going to the park or whatever, and it will say park 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so on. So that is really nice, and I would highly recommend that everybody rename their photos just to keep everything more organized. Another thing you can do is resize them from here. Now these photos are not a high resolution. I wish I would have shot them in a higher resolution, but perhaps that's what you do. Most cameras default to a higher resolution, but if you want to resize them, you can do it all from right here. And here are the different options you have. And if you're doing it for the web, probably this smaller would be just fine, or custom. You can't make it bigger. You can always make things smaller, but you can't make things bigger. So this is also an option you use when you get ready to mail. So say I wanted to email these photos to someone. So I click on the email. You can do it right from here. And if you're going to email them, what this will do is open up your default email program. If you have one on your computer, some people do it from the web, and we'll take a look at that. But it will attach all of these photos to an email. So you'll be sending the individual photos and not a link. And I would really recommend that you send a link instead of photos. So let's take a look at how we do that from your OneDrive. So I've got my OneDrive, I'm signed into it. I'm in the same account. So say I want to email some of these to some people. So I click on that and I say share. And here I can get a link. I can either type in an email address right here or several, or I can just get a link. Here you can publish it also to Facebook if you want. I prefer getting a link, and you can make it view only or edit or public. So if you click edit, then people can download your photos if they want to. So it's however you want to do it. So it's creating a link for me, and I always select shorten the link. And then I get a short link that I can copy and paste into my own email program. And what people will get is a link to go to your photos instead of sending the photos themselves, which is preferable. So let's close this out because we're not. finished with that. Then we'll go back to the desktop, Windows Photo Gallery, and that's about it. That's what I wanted to show you today. You can check this out also with other helpful videos on YouTube. Thanks so much for stopping by.